I know will never be replaced because
Who are they going to tell that they're pregnant? You're living so small, you're dimming your light to fit in with someone that isn't going to matter in your life.
it's fun when we get to not care about what people think.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Glennda's Guru. I am excited today. I have Andrew Jevin here with me. And y'all, he is not a stalker. He is an amazing real estate professional from Compass in LA. But really, Andrew, I know that there are plenty of things that you are well known for, but probably one thing and how I got to meet you was the Social Summit. So, Andrew, welcome to Glennda's Guru. I'm excited to talk to you today. For my followers and fans that do not know you, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, thank you for having me, and thanks for coming to the Social Summit. I'm sure we'll talk about it here in a bit. My name is Andrew Jevin. I'm a real estate agent here in Los Angeles. I've been an agent for about 12 years. I've been with Compass for 8 years. I started using social media back in like 2014, 2015. I started using Snapchat, and I was the snapping realtor on Instagram, like just going out on and snapping people.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah,
don't think that I knew that Snapchat was your claim to fame.
yeah. Back in the day, a long time ago.
I love it.
And I was with Keller Williams at the time, and I was in the Ignite training program. And on that first day, they made us take out our phone, and we had to call everybody and tell them we just got into real estate. And I remember it was a Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. And I remember sitting there, and I was like, nobody's ever going to answer the phone. This is so weird. It's a cringy. I feel weird. I feel like a used car salesman. And sure enough, the productivity coach made me do it, and nobody answered. But they texted me back right away, and they're like, Andrew, I saw you called. Is everything okay? I'm like, long story. We'll talk about it later. And so yeah.
Your people, they never expected you to call because you're not a caller.
No.
You're a texter. And let me tell you, you are a very proficient texter.
When I want something, I want it, Glennda.
You know what? I love that about you. So you've been an agent 12 years,
Yeah.
and you started making the phone calls, and then did those people like buy houses from you, or did you say, you know what, there's a different way to skin this cat that works better for me. Let me do it my way.
Honestly, like what happened was the very next week I went in, and it was like loud. Everybody's in there calling people. And I'm like sitting, I'm like, this is so weird. I think I might need to leave real estate. I don't think I can do this. And I told the coach, I'm like, I'm going to go outside to make my calls. It's too loud in here. And I went outside, and I would go on Snapchat, and I would send all my friends snap videos and be like, hey guys, just got my license. And like, they wrote back right away. They're like, congrats, you're going to kill it. Like, we can't afford a home in LA right now, but when the time comes, you're going to be our guy. And like, so I was like, I quickly realized, I'm like, okay, like I can reach people using social media.
Yeah.
And for me, it was Snapchat.
And and that's been 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. And so really you kind of evolved into this like social media, like really utilizing social media to build your business. And I would probably say that you were one of the first people to really leverage social media and your connections on social media for your business.
Oh yeah. Like I remember like agents, when I would go out on Broker's Caravan here in LA, I would be posting it on Snapchat. This was like Instagram was out, but Instagram stories was not out yet.
Right.
And so I would go out, and like agents literally like would make fun of me. They're like, "Oh, the snapping realtor's here. Are you going to go on? Are you going to go on Snapchat?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And like now the same agents like ask me to help them, and they pay me a lot of money to do it. And
Don't you love it? It's awesome.
And so like in 2016, Instagram stories rolled out. And that's when I like at that time, Snapchat kind of started dying for me. Like just the way me and my like millennials and stuff were using it, it just wasn't the same. And I really like Instagram is my favorite of all the platforms. I think it's the best. I think it's the best for staying on top of mind with your sphere, your main people. It's great for local people to be discovering you. But then for me, which is a huge part of my business, is agent to agent referral. And I think Instagram is the best place for agent to agent referrals. And I tell agents all the time, I'm like, and you're very similar. Like we have a lot of agents. You have a lot of more agents that follow you than me. And I say, I love having agents follow me because they give me the opportunity for agent to agent referrals.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's funny that you say that because I was looking for an agent in El Dorado Hills, California. And the very first place that I went to was to my Instagram. And I literally put in El Dorado Hills Realtor
Yep.
and saw who came up and then saw who followed me. And I was happy as a pig in a puddle to be able to give that referral to an agent that follows me, an agent
Yep.
that is really active on video, on social media. I just think that it builds so much credibility, not only with buyers, sellers, and investors, but within the agent community.
Yeah.
And I do a ton of agent to agent referrals, and I do a ton of agent to agent referrals, like not even with Atlanta, like
Yep.
somebody's going from Michigan to LA
Yep.
or Michigan to Naples. And
Yep.
so, and I connect them with an agent in Michigan and I connect them with an agent in Naples. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just awesome sauce. I love it.
Yeah. And also like for me, like being on Instagram, then like the other agent gets to see my vibe. And if
Yeah.
I'm going to vibe with their client, because at the end of the day, if we're not going to vibe, they're going to hear it from that agent that referred. So like, I like you're going to see how I dress, how I operate. We'll be like, oh my God, you know what? I know my client's going to work great with Andrew. Like they're going to be great together. This is an awesome pairing.
Yeah.
So that's why I love Instagram because I get to really see what these agents are like and be like, you know what? I think Glennda's going to be a great person for this couple that's moving to Atlanta, right?
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. So I spoke at your social summit in Miami a month ago. And I was in the floor at the community that you've built, the like environment, the excitement, the energy. I mean, it was off the chain. Like how did that happen?
Honestly, like that was the best week of my life. Like when I look back on it, that was like the best week. Like I felt like this must be what like brides feel like when they're like getting married. And I didn't have to marry anyone to have that feeling. It came about just I think like I've been going to so many real estate events over the last, decade. In the beginning, I would get so much energy from them. And as time went on, like I just was like kind of feeling empty after them. Like there was just like nothing really. Like I'm like, oh, that was a good event. I started to go to VidCon a couple of years ago. VidCon's the big creator event for
Oh
like
yeah.
YouTubers and content creators in Anaheim. I started going a couple of years ago and like I'm in these rooms and I'm like, oh my God, this energy. Like I feel alive. Like people are walking around, like there's like 11-year-olds walking around with cardboard saying like, follow me on YouTube. Like there's no ego. And I really wanted to bring that kind of energy to real estate agents. So I had my first one in my hometown outside of Philly, and I had like 150 real estate agents fly to Philly, and there was just like magic in the room. And I was like, okay, I'm on to something. And everybody, as soon as it ended, everybody's like, well, where's the next one? I'm like, oh, we're gonna do this again. So I did it in LA, and then did it in LA, and then as soon as it ended up, like, I'm never doing an event again. I hate events. And then I was like, oh no, I got to do it again. And I knew I wanted to do it in Miami. Like, there's something about Miami that just makes me feel so alive when I'm there.
Oh, do you know what? I'm convinced it is like it's like the Latin culture, like it's like the Latin food. Like when you go eat Latin food, like it just stays with you. It just permeates your body and you just feel almost invincible. I don't know what it is. You know, I love a Latino. I never met a Latino that I didn't love. I've married two of them. I mean, I love it. And I love the vibe of Miami. I believe it or not, I actually, and I think I said this on stage,
Mhm.
that I almost moved to Miami for some guy.
Yep.
Oh my God. And I have to tell you, that kind of, I hadn't thought about that guy in 100 years. And um, so I came back home and I did a little recon and I found him on LinkedIn. And he's still handsome, but he's married and lives in Homestead, Florida.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got a
Wow.
nice house. He was really smart. He bought it in 2013. So now that $300,000 house is worth $1,000,000 too. So he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I'd say
Yeah.
you're doing pretty good yourself there too.
Well, I can't complain. But now let me ask you a question. So you hunted me down like a hound dog. You got me to agree. I have to tell you, I had so much fun. Um, I wish I had agreed faster because I'm like, he'll never invite me back again because I'm so difficult.
Oh,
But
stop.
I will tell you, I just want to be able to come back every single year. What the environment that you've created, you had a night before that was so much fun. You had the event that day. We did a VIP luncheon. I hope you got great feedback. How was your
Oh yeah.
feedback, by the way?
Oh my god. So afterwards, I sent out a like a Google form, like a feedback form. I was like
Yeah.
terrified, and I'm just like, please be nice. This I am not a professional event producer, so be nice, but be honest.
Yeah.
And the overall feedback was so positive. I mean, you, Brock, Case Kenny, all high Tracy were all top ranked. I mean, people were just like, this was the event that I didn't know I needed. And
Yeah.
that to me like was like that was my goal doing this whole thing was like I want real estate agents to not even like understand that this was the event that they needed to come to.
Yeah.
And that's what people were saying. They said like they got so much. I mean, I remember when I was helping you get off the stage, and I turned right before that. I turned around, and you they gave you a standing ovation.
Yeah.
And like how good I felt inside. I was like, oh my god, all that work that it took me to get Glennda Baker here was worth it.
Well, you
Because
know
I
what I
knew the
mean?
audience needed you, and I also knew that you needed the audience.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, live events change lives. And for me, while I get paid to do speaking events, the real payment for me is being able to fill someone's cup and being able to see when you're doing it.
Yeah,
Like, I could feel it that day, like, oh, wait a minute, they're really biting in to what I'm saying. And you have to feel that. I mean, you had a ton of speakers, you covered a broad range of topics, but like, is that your gig? Like, you're a real estate agent, for God's sake. Like, what are you doing this?
good question. Um, I think that maybe I've always had this in me, and I just maybe real estate is the road it took for me to get here. Obviously, I wasn't born to be a real estate agent. I didn't start as a real estate. I moved to Los Angeles to be an actor. I did that, waited tables for 10 years. So there's an entertainer in here that likes validation, admiration, likes to perform, likes to be adored, likes all the things. But there's also, I think, like, I remember like when I was in acting class, like I was always the one that like I would set up like these these um these groups for all of us to help get each other agents, and all of us to send our headshots to casting directors. So like I've always had it in me to like build community. And that's where I think I've like, and now like I think being a real estate agent is kind of lonely in the grand. I do think it's a lonely business.
Now more than ever.
Yeah.
Used to back in the olden days, far before you got into real estate, we all went into the office
Yeah.
and you had lunch or you had the water cooler or you had a meeting and you went on, you were all there together. And now that's not the case at all. So I think that you're right. I think it is so lonely. But what I love about you is that you have this energy about you that is literally just like, let me come and hug you. Like, you have this really interesting energy because you're a driver, and so you are driving the bus, right? But you have this very like this empathy vibe that comes right along with the driver with you, and where you want to include everybody, you want everybody to be better. One thing that, and I do, I don't know, maybe 12, 15 of these speaking events a year. One thing that I noticed about your room is that no one was in competition. And one thing was like, "Oh, are you in the hiking group chat? Oh, are you in the this group chat? Oh, are you doing th" and I'm like, "You have a hiking group chat? Like, seriously? Oh, yeah, we have all different kinds of interest group chats." And I'm like, That is so I mean, I've been selling real estate since Jesus was a baby. I have never had a group, well, number 1, I wouldn't have a hiking group chat that I'd be a part of, but like a dining group chat, like that to me is just so interesting. And I love that you have cultivated just such a just such a wonderful group of agents. So in LA, like, do you have an area like where you sell a product that you sell? Like what is your favorite thing?
I live in so I do mostly like business in like West Hollywood.
Oh, I love West Hollywood.
The
I'm going to
West.
be there next week.
I heard. Uh, so West Hollywood, and then like Los Feliz over like the East Side. But I'm all over like west of downtown, pretty
Okay,
much.
got it, chief.
West of downtown, and I really love helping people that are moving to LA. Like because I love Los Angeles. Like I just love this city. This city, I've been here now for 20 years. It's the city where that like made me. It's the city where like I came out. Like I came out of the closet once I got to LA. Like I really started to love myself in Los Angeles. So like Los Angeles is like it is like everything to me. And so I love like, and I think we get knocked down so much. I mean, it's a little tired here right now. We're struggling, but we're gonna come out. And I love like when people are moving specifically from like New York City. I love helping New Yorkers in LA, like and being like if you love the West Village, you're gonna love this part of LA. Like this is the part of LA that's for you. So like it excites me to talk about restaurants that are my favorite restaurants, or like where I like to go hiking, or where I like to go out with my dog, or where I love to get matcha. Like it's just like every day I talk to people that are moving to LA, I fall more in love with the city.
I love that. I love that. What tell me what was your most difficult transaction?
Oh well, one I just closed last week. During escrow, it was in November. We started having like heavy rains here in LA. The rain was like literally coming in sideways, and all this mold came up.
No.
Yeah, during our inspections, all this mold came up. Thankfully, I was able to get a really nice credit for my clients, and then they moved in more mold, and it was like mold that we didn't know about, and the inspectors did the best. They didn't see it either, so it
Yeah.
was just like navigating that, navigating the emotions behind that. And I think mold is just like a scary word, even though it's like you and I know that it can be fixed. But when people
Yeah.
hear the word, it's just like to me, like that is probably the scariest word here in LA is the word mold. Uh,
Is it really?
yeah, that I feel like in every transaction, sewer line, termite, we could talk about all the other things, but when the word mold gets brought up, that's when people are like, some people are just like, it's a hard stop when they hear the word mold. And I'm like, but it can be fixed. It can be fixed. It's being fixed. It has been fixed.
You know why it's so weird for you guys? Because it doesn't ever rain out there.
Oh, yeah.
And so you totally get whacked out. I was laughing when you said, "Oh, the rain came in sideways." Yeah, welcome to Atlanta. Like we're used to that stuff,
Yeah.
right? And mold here, like, okay, like it just gets fixed. We don't I mean, I don't even think about it too much. And
No.
I have a mold guy, obviously on speed dial, but
Yeah.
everything can be
Everything
fixed
can
with
be
money.
fixed, right? It just
Yeah.
at what cost?
Yeah,
Uh,
everything can be fixed with money. So what's the biggest deal, or what's your favorite deal that you've ever done?
like I really love deals where like during some sort of the process, I'm a part of a a a life, something happening in the life, whether that's like they find out during this process their baby, or I'm the first person that they tell that they're pregnant. Like that happens so much. Like I find out pregnancies before anybody else. I tell people all the time, like real estate agents will find out somebody's pregnant long before anyone else, long before even the parents will find
Yeah.
before they tell the parents, they tell the real estate agent.
Yeah.
And like or like engagements, I, like a new job promotion. So like now they can buy this a bigger house, and like they feel comfortable with that. So I love like kind of like being that person that they feel so safe to have be a part of like such an intimate.
Oh,
At times it's only between two people and then me to
yeah.
find out. I really like that.
I can't believe you said that. So So I have one client. I have several clients, but I had this one client, and I love him. And I had sold him this townhome as a single guy, right? And I ran into them at the concert, and like the little concert in the town.
Hmm.
And so I was headed to the ladies' room, and he goes, "Oh, I've got to go to the restroom." And he tells his table, "Oh, I'll be back. I'll walk with you, Glenda." And I didn't think anything about it, but I thought it was kind of weird, because like he's like probably 15 or 20 years younger than me, right? So we start walking to the community center, and he goes, "That girl, Christina, the one I introduced you to?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "She's the one." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "How long have you been dating?" He's like, "3 months." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "I'm going to marry her. And
Yeah.
when I marry her, I need to sell the townhome and we're going to buy a house." And I'm like, "Well, uh, have you asked her?" He's like, "No, no, no, no." He's like, I want you to go ahead. I want to put it on your radar because when I sell the townhome, when we get married, I'm going to sell the townhome and we're going to buy a house." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And sure enough, within like 6 months, he calls and he's like, "Hey, Glenda," he's like, "we're getting married." And I'm
Yep.
like, "No shit."
Yep.
I mean, but he hadn't told his mom, he hadn't told his dad, he hadn't told his brother, nobody. And I'm like, "That is so crazy."
Yeah.
And Christina, I mean, I'm in the grocery store and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" And she goes, "I just found out I'm pregnant." And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "I just found out I'm pregnant." And I'm like, "That's great." And she goes, "I haven't told anybody yet."
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm so glad it was me in the
Yep.
grocery store. I
Yep.
mean, she goes, "I think I'm still in shock." And she goes, "I haven't even told Trevor."
Uh-huh.
And that's her husband. I was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God." So I mean, you're so like I was at a baby shower on Saturday, and you just like as the real estate agent, you're not a tour guide. You are when someone is trusting you with what is usually their largest single
Yeah.
asset, and then they are trusting you with where they're going to spend the majority of their time in their life in the homes that we sell. If you are a great real estate agent, you become part of the family.
100%.
Yeah.
100. And like that's what's so I think that's why I enjoy being a real estate agent is like that part of it. And that's why I'm like, I know we'll never be replaced because
Who are they
people
going to tell that they're
what are they
pregnant?
yeah, exactly. Like we become that confidant. And
I
that's
love that.
pretty special.
So like what's next? So do you coach? You coach, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I have like a whole community that I started like, like gosh, like 6 years ago, right in the beginning of COVID. I started like Instagram for real estate agents, just like helping them. And then that's honestly it evolved into like a community because people were like, well, we're done with this 6, 8 week boot camp, but we still want to be on a call every Monday with you. So I built a community, I have an app, and we meet every Monday. And I just like it's big like that kind of honestly was the start of the social summit was that they all wanted an event to come together for. But I'm also going to be like, well, it's not just going to be for us. It's going to be open to anyone, any
Yeah.
brokerage. It's not just a
Yeah.
Compass event. Anyone can come. And that's kind of what ended up happening. So it's been like the best. It honestly fulfills me in more ways than I ever thought of
Yeah.
just helping people be their authentic self and like helping people feel seen. Because I think for so long in my life, growing up in the closet, praying that I want to be gay and all this stuff, like I think like I wasn't seen. I played it very safe because I didn't want to be seen. And I think that is maybe why I'm so passionate about people coming together. And like one thing that was so important for me is when you look at a lineup of people in an event, I want any person looking at that to see themselves in someone, whether that's experience, age, sex, race, anything that they can see themselves in them. And like I was so proud of after that event when people coming up to me, they're like, "This is the first event that I felt like I was a part of it, that I belonged here." And I think like I've always wanted a place that I belonged, And so I kind of created it.
You know, I I can so relate to that because for so long I just tried to be invisible because I was bullied so badly as in school,
Mhm.
in elementary and high school, and I was bullied so badly that I just really just and people like now they're because with all the stars and the glitter and all the stuff, they're like, I just don't even know if I believe that. And I was telling a story the other day about being in my social studies class in high school. I was a senior in high school and I was in social studies. And the teacher was the coach of the football team. And he goes, and the high score goes to, and they did, 108 because they got all the extra credit points. And then he goes, and then the low score winner is Glennda Baker with a 33 and holds the paper up to everybody. And in this class, I hated that class so much because that guy was so mean to me that I sat in the very back corner as far away from him as possible so I would get the least amount of attention. And I was telling that story the other day and it hit me like how far I have come from hiding in the corner with that red 33 and today.
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, life has such an amazing way of unfolding before your eyes. And if you are open to what life has to offer, you really have this incredible opportunity to live your best life.
Yeah. And like, and to like, I don't know. It's like crazy to me to think that like for so many years, I protected myself from being seen
Yeah.
because I was terrified. I was literally terrified. But once I like somebody said something like there was a moment. It was the night of the happy hour, the before at the social summit where something clicked in me. Something like took over my body where like I think you had walked in and I was coming over to welcome you. And I was like in my head, I was like, Andrew, this is your event.
Yeah.
This is your event. People are here. They've spent a lot of money. They've invested their time, their money into you. You deserve this. And like the rest of the week, I was in that mode, and it felt so good. And like I want everybody to feel that because I feel like we all were in our like in elementary school. I think like we're all like creative. We all have ideas. Like I used to like put on plays in my basement and like write the play, produce the play, and I think something happens in middle school for so many of us where we start being bullied or seeing people bully,
Yeah.
and at that point, we start like constricting ourselves. And I think with agents in particular, because that's who we're around and that's who I help and speak, and that's who we both speak in front of, that like that's what I want like agents to come back to that, what that felt like before we realized that people could make fun of us, like back to our creative selves, whatever that is. Cause it's fun when we get to not care about what people think.
Yeah. It really is. If I could teach, if I could bestow anything on my grandsons, and I learned it too late in my life to have taught it to my children, but if I could tell them anything, it would be to embrace who you are and live it out fully because these people today, you will not know them in 5 years. You may not even know them next year. And the only person that is being ripped off is you because you're in this protective mode. You're living so small. You're dimming your light to fit in with someone that isn't going to matter
Yes.
in your life. And it just,
Yeah.
for me, I want and I said it. I said it when I was there at your summit. I said, I want you to walk away from hearing me speak and feel better about yourself and know that you can do more and know that you can be the best version of yourself. I want people to walk away from me and say, wow, she brought it. She poured into me, and I am better because of my engagement or interaction with Glenda.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's so critical. So, Andrew, so what's next for you? Where do you go? What do you do? What like like are you continuing to build your community? Are you growing coaching? Are you focusing on real estate? Like more events? What are we doing?
Honestly, like ever since the social summit, like I'm very like in demand right now.
I bet. That's why you're here, my friend.
And I'm going with it. I am going all in. Like next week, I go up to Northern California. I'm going to a bunch of Compass offices up there with a workshop. Um, I'm going the week after that. 2 weeks after that, I'm in Nashville. I'm speaking on a panel at Inman. I'm in
Awesome.
Nashville. I'm a keynote speaker at a Compass event, 30A. I've never been to 30A, but I know that's where like all the people in Atlanta go
With
down to
my
30A.
friend Jonathan.
Yes, yes, yes. Yep. I'll be sharing the stage with him. First week of May, first time in 30A. So I'm doing like a bunch of speaking, and then I come back every weekend to be doing real estate in LA because I have 3 listings right now. I have active buyers. Thankfully for me, all of my clients know they're all my biggest cheerleaders, so they know that I do this on not I can't even say on the side now. This is just another part of working with me,
Part
and
of
they
your
love it.
business.
They root me on. They're always saying like, "Oh my god, like I want to come to the social summit next year." So I'm very grateful that I have clients that like I attract the clients that want to be a part of that, part of my journey. So doing that, and then I'll probably like I'm gonna launch like a visibility boot camp at some point. But I'm just having fun. I'm really like coming off the social summit. I'm relieved it's done, and I'm gonna like take a few months before I start planning the next one. Even though like it's already going in my head where I want it and who I want there and how I want it to be. But I'm just like I'm going all in speaking and building community and trying to just inspire people.
That's
Continue to do
awesome.
that.
Well, I hope you're gonna invite me back.
I
I
think so.
hope that I'm gonna to get to be involved again. I will tell
Yes.
you, as I said, I have, I have my favorites. I do, and you do, I'm sure you do too. You
Mhm.
speak and really it's the energy that you get from the room, from the audience, from the people that really helps you deliver a great presentation or, a great keynote. So I am going to wish you just absolutely the very, very best. And then, and do you know when it's going to be or where it's going to be?
I think yes.
I think. Do you
I
want to
know
do you
it
want to
will.
give Glenda's guru, do you want to give us the exclusive?
I'm torn between 3 locations right now. So
Well,
the next month, I'm going to each city to tour some venues at each city
okay.
and to feel how I feel because I got
Are
to
you
feel
going
like
to give us the 3 cities at
I'll give you
least?
the 3 cities. I'll give you the 3 cities. Nashville,
Love Nashville.
San Francisco,
San Francisco. I like it. It's not one of my favorites, but go ahead.
New York City.
Oh, well, hello. Do you really? I mean, come on now. I mean, I guess it depends on what month you're going to have it because,
I'm gonna have to move it a bit if it's in New York for sure. It's gonna probably have
yeah,
to move to April.
yeah.
Um,
Nashville's a great city. I just did an event there at City Winery.
yes, one of
Um,
my friends was there. She just sent you cookies. Jessica Power.
oh yeah, it's sweet Jessica.
She
She's so
loved it.
awesome.
She loved it. She said
Yeah.
she was texting me pictures of you, and she's like, "Glenda's just so good. I'm so glad I came. I'm so glad that she was at the social summit, and then that's what
Yeah.
brought me to this event." And she was very excited. I think she just got sent the cookies like this week.
Yeah, that's
Um,
awesome. Yeah, she's great. She's great. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity and again, you never know when you're going to meet somebody. But Nashville's good. It's an easy in and out. New York's good. It's an easy in and out. San Francisco was a little bit tricky for me, but maybe because I'm not from the West Coast. But you can have your event wherever you want. I promise I'll be there. You won't even have
We
to
heard it
hunt
here.
me down like
I
the
will
hound
have to
dog.
hound you down.
No. And
Should
I
we
might even sign the document before the night before.
should we tell them how I literally flew to Miami because you were speaking at a Real Deal, an event before the Real Deal?
Yeah.
An agent had you speaking. I found
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
another agent said, "Glennda's speaking at this event. If you want to come to it," I said, "I'm booking my plane ticket right now." I said, "I will get her to sign this contract. I will confront her in person." And I said, "It's coming. I swear." Da, 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 da. I was like, "I need it now."
But I was good for it. I
And
was good for it.
you
I
were,
think,
and you said you would be.
yeah, I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm very I am very standoffish for a commitment.
Yes. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would definitely believe that.
You would agree that? I agree with that.
I experienced it.
I love it. I love it. Andrew, thank you so much for
You're,
joining us today on Glenda's Guru.
you're the best.
I am so honored that you spent some time with us. What is your keynote in at Inman going to be?
So I'm thankfully I actually love being on panels. I
Me
prefer to
too.
be on panels, like because I can usually say like 2 to 3 things on a panel, and there's be like some good takeaways versus
Yeah.
me talking for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So I'm on a storytelling social media panel with some two amazing agents from Nashville on that one. So yeah, I'm very excited I love panels. I love panels.
That's awesome. That is great. And I love storytelling. So I know that you are going to be amazing. I can't wait to see you soon. I'm going to be in LA next week. I'm actually going to be in West Hollywood. I'm doing a custom suit fitting. So I'm
Ooh,
getting a custom suit from a girl that I follow on Instagram. So that's from Australia. So like
nice.
literally, like I have no idea what to expect.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, let me know when you're here.
Yeah, I will. I would love to see you. I'm going to be with my son. And so I would love to connect with you. But
Yeah, definitely.
Andrew, thank you so much for joining us today on Glenda's Guru. I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not follow Andrew or if you have not had the opportunity to experience one of his events, you are missing out. It was absolutely one of the most electric events that I have ever been to. And I will tell you, Andrew packs it full of power, head to toe, top to bottom, front to back. He has a wide range of topics. But what Andrew does really well is he makes the room electric and brings the value. So, Andrew, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, my name is Glennda Baker. I'm a real estate agent in Atlanta, Georgia. Send me a text, tag me in a post, give me a call. That's what I love the most because I'd love the opportunity to talk real estate with you today. See ya.